Just tell me you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see it.
Thank you. Okay. Is it changing? I'm trying to experiment something because I found out that we were having that issue last week.
It's not changing more. It's still on the slide with
So, okay. So now it seems like this slideshow is not going to work. So you have to just make do with what we have. All right. Good evening once again, everyone. Welcome to 3 Life Section. So today we'll be dealing with structured query language. And to start off, we'll be talking about databases. What is a database? A database is an organized collection of structured data stored electronically in a manner that makes it accessible, retrievable, and usable in a computer system or cloud. And we have few types listed here. We have relational database, object-oriented database, graph database, cloud database. So let me just give a little bit of explanation into this. A database has organized data. So now it's structured. A database does not have unstructured data. If you remember, for those who have watched and those are in, I think, with one class and with one video, either of it, we talked about different format of data. The data comes structured, unstructured, semi-structured. I think I spoke about that in the videos, not necessarily in the class. I think I hinted a little of them about it in the class. So yeah, the data you have in a database is structured, and it comes in rows and columns. Not necessarily always, but relational database, yeah, comes in rows and columns. And I think I explained a bit of that in the last class. So a database is stored in such a way that it is accessible. It is not it's not a all these treasure chests that pirates used to go and look for in even for instance, where they used to go and look for it. That's not what the database is. It is accessible. You don't have to go and do magic or go over the sea or the mountain. Don't mind me. I'm just trying to be funny. To go and look for it. It's something that is readily available and accessible to you to use, provided that you are within the constraint of using it, like you have access, you're relevant to, let's say, the system, the company or the organization that owns the database. Because like you are now, you cannot have a database you can't have access to the database of my company because you're not relevant to the company. So yeah, it's accessible to you as long as you're relevant to the organization that owns it. So yeah, it's accessible, it's retrievable. So they don't just store it for you to just go and look at it. You can make a copy. When I make a copy, doesn't mean you're doing copy and paste. No, make a copy means you can get the exact content of the data in the database without having to alter whatever is there. You don't have to alter whatever is on the database, so you can have access to it. You can like do a duplicate of it on your local machine and store it, then do whatever manipulation and every other thing that you would love to do on it. And it's usable in a computer system or cloud. Yeah, that. So I've listed types of database. Let's go on. This is applicable to relational database. It has rows and columns. One very beautiful sister explained rows and columns for us last week. I can't remember who exactly did, but I knew it was a lady that columns at a person standing up straight, and rows at someone lying down flat. So exactly. So this is the diagrammatical representation of what she had said last week. Because last week we were just talking about these things like from head knowledge, and I didn't really bring images to show. So these are the images of most of the things we spoke about in the ending part of our class last week. Yeah, I think this makes sense. So this is a table and it has rows and columns. And the tables are found in database. So database is like, let's say, let's just this way. Oh, now let's go local. I think a lot of us know this drum. This sorry, I think this all of most Nigerians should know that there's this blue drum that people used to soak ice drinks and all the likes when they are doing parties, and those very big long drums exactly. And you have crate of drinks, all these bottle drinks, they don't come in crates. So, I'm talking of the days of crates and everything. They call them crates. So imagine stacking. You take off. Let's say you take off the cover of this blue drum, and you're stacking in crates on each other. So let's assume the crates are tables, and that drum is a database. So you're stacking it, and you know that the reason why I use that crate is because it has rows and columns. So share you know all those places that you insert your bottles, there are rows and columns exactly. So I was looking for like the best image to, and I think that's a wonderful example. Yeah. So when you stack them up, they're like just build on each other. Yeah. But yeah, the difference is that one you cannot link one to the other. They're independent of each other. But just have an idea of what a database should look like with tables in it. Okay. I assume my screen has changed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Relational database. So let's break down all these databases that were listed above. Relational database. This is a type of database that stores and provides access to data points or tables that are related to one another. Data are arranged into one or more tables known as relations. Then we have few characteristics of alpha. We have few characteristics of relational database, and they include tables, rows and columns, relationship. They have relationships such as primary key, foreign key, and the standard language used to interact with relational databases is SQL. Examples of relational database management system: MySQL, Postgres, Oracle database, Microsoft SQL, Server, MongoDB, etc. So one of the tools I asked you to download and install is Postgres SQL, and it is a HowDBMS, a relational database management system. It on its own is not a database. I think I was not explicit with that so that it doesn't get confusing. On its own as an app is not a database. It is a relational database management system. It helps you to manage how your database is structured and help you have access to it. That's what those, and the other examples I have listed here, that's what you do. So characteristics. The relational database have tables in them. Remember the illustration we gave earlier. Tables are rows and columns. A relationship, primary keys and foreign. A primary key is, I want to call it the foundation in a particular table, and most times it is always the first column on that table. Most times it's always the first column on that table, but it can be referenced by another table in the same database, so not from a different database, from the same database. It can be referenced as a foreign key. You just have a duplicate of it on another table, but most likely will be called something else. Let's say, example, ID. ID is like the most basic primary key you see in most database. I think 75% or 85% of database, the primary keys are IDs, because it's just like a unique serial that just keeps on adding up, like from one, you go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, like that. And you cannot have 2 repeat itself, you can't have 3 repeat itself, because they've established constraints when they were creating database such that no ID repeats itself. So every ID is unique to that corresponding row. So yeah, ID is like the basic primary key you see in databases. Then let's say there's a table for instructors in Dive Africa database, and there is ID. on the instructor table, and we want to link ID to um, student table to create a relationship between the student table and the instructor table. Like the most basic thing we can use ID, we can use department being your respective track. So ID can now be renamed as teachers or sorry instructors ID in the students database, or it is ID as a primary key on the on the instructor table. I'm so sorry, I'm using database and table interchangeably, but please, I want you to understand. Let me not miss it up for you. So tables now, I'm on table level. So ID as a primary key on the structure table can be referenced as a foreign key on the student table. So we can say for a corresponding student entry where we have your name, your department, and what have you, who is the instructor of that? Who is the instructor of that class? Please 1 second. I beg your pardon. Okay, I apologize for that. So back to what I was saying. So yeah, that's how primary keys and foreign keys operate. Please tell me you can hear me now.
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
We
Okay.
can hear you, man.
All right, sir. Thank you. All right. So now this is an example, and this is an example of what a relational database looks like. So there's a way you can get this image from your Postgres. It shows the relationship of every table intertwined together. What is related to what part of what is related to what. So without explaining this, I need a volunteer. Someone should explain what is going on here for me. So just from the arrow, don't worry, it's nothing serious. There's no wrong or right answer. You are not wrong, you are not right. Just let's just try it out. From the arrow, arrows can let me say show one. Wants okay. No, Mr. Diva, I don't want to. Yeah, no. Sorry, don't be offended, but no, I don't want to. I want someone else. So Mr. Dennis, you see, there are three people that I don't want to be the one talking in this class. So it's like it's only people that are in this class. I want someone else. Who else? This men are if we're giving prize for best graduating student, I don't know who's going to take it to see these three men. So no. Who wants to go again? Okay, now I have a very different name. Hi, Mr. Damilare. Good evening. Please unmute yourself.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening. Okay, please can you
Okay,
just what do you think
so
is going on? Establish a relationship between these two. You know,
so
these are three tables.
so what do you say?
I said these are three tables individually. So just tell me the relationship that are between them.
So I can't hear you, but if you can hear me, I want to explain what I understand from this table. Should I go on?
Okay. Please next. Yes, please go on. I don't know if you can hear me now. I don't know if it's my network
Yes,
or
I can hear you
can
now.
everybody hear me? Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I can hear
Okay.
you now,
Okay,
actually.
Mr. Damlari. All right, sir. You have the floor.
Okay, so there are three tables here. Oh, maybe I should call them boxes. Sorry. Now, the
No,
first
tables.
one, which
Tables
is
is
the
the no,
big
let's
one.
use the correct word. Table.
Okay, okay, tables here. The first one, which is like the biggest table here on the top left corner,
No, he
has
has
the
a name.
details of
There's a
the,
name on top of it. Use the correct
yes, the
words.
customer,
There's a name on top of it. Exactly. Okay,
customer,
let's go on. Okay.
yes. Okay, so the table contains details, information about customers, say maybe of a business. So the information includes things like the customer account details, address, whether the customer is active, the date the table, that particular table was created for the customer, the name of the customer, and So I'm seeing something like phone and service level here, and honestly, I don't really understand what
No, you don't have to understand. Don't worry. You don't have to understand. You already get the basic information. So you can move. I just want you to establish a relationship between the three of them using the arrows. What do you think is relating one to another? That's what I want you to say.
Okay. So, and then there is the table at the bottom. That
It has
is,
a name.
yeah, customer products table.
Please talk like professionals. The customer protectable.
Okay, customer product table.
Yeah.
Um, it contains details about say the products that each customer purchased. That's what
Okay.
yeah. And then there is a product table, which contains details on the exact products that the actual products that are say produced by the business or that are up for
Okay.
sale by the business. So
Okay.
yeah.
So, but it's not still established the relationship. You're
Sorry.
just giving me a run through of all the people. I want you to
Okay.
establish a relationship.
Okay. So the
Because
relationship.
the arrows are establishing relationships. I want you to explain them in words. What are the relationships?
So the relationship between these tables now is that so the customer table is linked to the customer product table, and then the customer product table is linked to the product. So it means that um, each customer may actually purchase. The business has specific products that they sell, and customers have products that they sell within the scope of the products that the business sells. So, for instance, it means that customers may actually get what they want to buy or not, depending on what is available within the product that the business has for sale. So it means that the customer product table now is dependent on the product table, while the the customer table is like the parent is like the independent table now, where the customer product table is dependent on both the customer table and the product table, while the product table is also an independent table on its own, but the customer table is dependent on both the product table and the customer table.
Okay. Okay. Who else wants to give it a try?
Okay, let me go.
I
Here
know.
we have three tables. We have the customers table, we have the customers product table, and we have the product table.
Okay.
Basically, this table was created, and that I think in the customers table, the ID is the primary key.
Okay.
So to like get the relationship between the customer and the customer table, you have to like take the customer ID, which is gotten from the customers table. Then then you get the relationship between the customer and the customer product table. Then from the customer product table, now you can also establish a relationship between the customer product and the product they buy by using the ID too, which is also like a primary key. So it's basically a primary key that like connects multiple tables. So you can actually use the primary key in multiple tables to interlink them or to like relate them together. Thank you.
Thank you. That's beautiful. Thank you to you, Mr. Daminari, and thank you to you, Mr. Who just spoke? Mr. Monachi, right? Yes, I think so. Thank you very much. You people have explained it, but let me now use my own English. So now we have three tables here: the customer table, the product table, and the customer's product table. Three tables. Now on each table you have different columns with their various restraints and constraints. Yeah, so if you notice I'm on customer table now. The ID is an integer, it's a big integer. But forget the big info, it's just an integer. The version is an integer. So it just tells you that whatever you're storing in that column has to be an integer value. Please, your data types. The account number is a varchar, is a varying character. It can contain anything. That's what it does. But it's not taking more than 5 characters, hence the 5 in front. Then active is bit. Address ID is integer. Maybe it's just a number. So they will not be taking, let's say the address is number 25 dive street, but now they're not taking the dive street, they're just taking the number 25 in front. Then dates created is a date time colon. The name is a variant character that takes 100 characters. So you cannot go, the max your name should be is 100 characters, including the spaces. Phone number is a variant character, 255 for whatever reason. Service level ID is an integer. Now, the primary key here, if you notice on this ID, there's something like a key in front. Yes, the primary key on customer table is ID. Now, let's now go to product table. Product table has ID, version, and name. The primary key on product table is ID. Now, let's assume that this is a company or let's say an e-commerce database. And these are just 3 tables in a particular database. And we want to know that, okay, we have a table where we register all our customers' information, and we have a place where we register all the product that the e-commerce is selling. Now we want to link every customer on our table, every registered customer now, and every product on our database. We want to create a relationship because actually in a real life scenario, there's a relationship between them because, customers come to buy products. So now we need another table that links both together, hence the customer product. Customer ID is a primary key in customer table, but it is a foreign key in customer product. This is the ERD, chat. This is not the way the query is written. You notice that there's a change in name. Change in name happens when the query is written because they referenced it as, okay, this ID, don't come and reference it as ID on customer products. Reference it as customer ID because we are bringing another ID from product. So if you just call it ID, now you are confused. Which ID is which? So that's why when we are writing the referencing, you can alias it. Alias is the word. AKA, the way we used to say AKA, yeah, alias. You can alias it customer ID. So now it renames it for you on the customer product table to know that the ID on top is customer ID, the next ID is product ID. So customer ID and product ID on the customer product table are foreign keys. They don't originally belong there, but they're just used to establish a relationship. Let's use marriage as an example. A man and a woman come together to form a family. Ideally, let's use Kolawole and the I'm looking for an Igbo song. And the Unwosu family. Ideally, they don't have any business together. Yes, they are both Nigerians, but they are two different ethnic groups that exist in the Nigerian database. Now, I'm trying to make it make sense. But now, the Unwosu family wants to establish a relationship with the Kolawole family, assuming that the Unwosu family has a male child and the Kolawole family has a female child. Now, ideally, we are all at different parts. Yes, we are the same Nigerians, we are from the same country, but we are not from the same ethnic groups. Now we are creating a relationship. The linking relationship between the Nwosus and the Kolawoles are their children. Let's say Esther on the Kolawole side, and let's say Tochukwu on the Nwosu side. So Tochukwu is a primary key in the Nwosu, but under the course of marriage, it becomes related to the Kolawole's family as their son-in-law. Whether or not the Kolawole likes it, they become automatically related to the Nwosu's family. So in a way, they can have access to some data in the Nwosu family. So now, the bride's younger sister has a relationship with the groom's younger sister because they are sister-in-laws. Now there's an establishing relationship. That's what this is about. So Esther is let's do what she's legally allowed to be in that family. They have a relationship with them. Tochukwu is legally allowed to be in the Kolawole family because he has also established a marital relationship with them. So that way there is a linking factor. So two families that were not supposed to be in the same context necessarily before now get to be because two of their primary keys have decided to go and become foreign keys in another table. So they now become that access point. So the way when you have a foreign key, you can use it to access what is in the let's say the basic, let's say the foundation table it is coming from. Now I have the customer ID on. I have the daughter of the Kolawellis. Now I have access to our uncles, our brothers, our sister. They won't see me outside and say they don't know me. I get to attach myself to them that, oh, okay, yeah, we are family. We are not related by blood, though, but we are family. Abi, something has caused a relationship between us. Exactly. So that's what this whole thing looks like. Now, now product can even access customer, and customer can access products because now they have a linking value. Their IDs are now on another table, linking them together. So you can as well just merge everything together and have all these columns together in one single table. So that way you're having, I think there are about 2, 4, 6, about 10 columns in customer, there are about 3 in product. You can merge everything together and have 13 columns in one table. So that way, instead of having to view them separately, you view them together. And what is the linking factor? You use customer product to link them together. I hope that makes sense.
Perfectly.
Okay.
Yes.
Now this is a very simple linking. Let's not go a little bit further. I wanted to get something more complex than this, but I was just like, okay, let's not confuse people. Let's just do this. So now we have another database here that has address. So before I go on, is who does not understand what I just explained on relational database, like establishing relationships between tables? A show of hand. Okay, Dennis. Samunachi, your hand has been raised for a while. I want to be sure that it's because of this question or because it has just been raised. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I have 2 people raise their hand. Okay, the first person was okay. Dennis, please can you ask your question?
Okay. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you beautifully.
Okay. So the thing is, I want to try to summarize it. Let me see if what I understand is the right thing. So you said of course, 2 people got married from different tribes, right? So initially they were primary keys in their individual families, right? Then when they got married, they become foreign keys. Like the Igbo man becomes a foreign key in a Yoruba's family, and same with his wife. And what connects them to those families are their kids. So those kids now are the relationship between both families. Is that what you're trying to explain?
Yes.
All right, I'm okay then. I'm okay.
Okay, but don't forget that it doesn't take away that they are still very much a part of their own respective family as their primary key, because it doesn't take away their origin. They are still there.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, I think you're mute.
Oh, apologies. Sorry, Fumbi. I was trying to call on Fumbi.
Okay, sorry, good evening. I'm actually
Hi,
very
Fumbi.
sorry. I think I mixed the time up, so I just joined. But I just wanted to confirm if there will be a recording of this so I don't take anybody back now.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll ask my questions on the Slack group wherever I'm mistaken, so I don't take anyone back.
Okay, but at this point, I'm tempted to ask, are you clear? When did you join?
I joined immediately. You just moved to this slide. Immediately you moved to this slide.
Wow.
That was when I joined.
Oh wow. Oh
I thought it was
okay.
7 p.m. So I set my alarm for 6:50. I didn't know it was 6 p.m.
Oh, is this your first time joining the class?
No, this is my second.
Last time we started 6 o'clock now, so why are you joining 7 today?
We had a debate then that we should extend to 7. Sincerely, I thought we did.
Okay. So it was a thing of voting, and I even said that it's until I come to tell you that that time is convenient for me. And I don't think I ever said that. There was supposed to be a thing that you put a
That's fine.
poll
I'll try and do that possible.
about. No, it's fine. Okay, so I will take this particular slide and explain, so you get you don't necessarily missed a lot, but you missed a bit, just a little bit. It was not something that you can't catch up on. So yeah, we're talking about database. I've explained what is the database, and I listed 4 types of database. Basically, a database is um a database stores structured data. I want to assume that you have watched your week one video, so you know that there are different types of data. They're structured, unstructured, semi-structured, and the likes. So now, a database stores structured data, and that's what we are dealing with. So I explained what a database is, and then we're dealing with 4 types of database. So we're saying type 1, and which is a relational database, and it's called relational database because there's a relationship between almost all the tables, if not all. But it doesn't mean that a table cannot stand independently of others. It can. It's just that you can link one to the another so that you are able to establish a relationship in that database. So yeah, that's what we are. So yeah, what you are seeing is a diagrammatical image showing a relational database. So this is ERD. When you go to PGadmin, you see, I think it's ERD. I think I'm missing one letter, but it's ERD succession. But it's what that ERD tool does is that it shows you a diagrammatical image like this, exactly like this, of all the tables you have in that particular database and the relationship between them. So these arrows, connecting dots, connecting line, whatever they look like to you, are showing that one is linked to another. You know, they are not all connected to each other. Some are linked to another, some are not linked to each other. So yeah, that's what that is. So because of you, I'll explain this, but it's going to be rushed. So please try your best to pay attention. So yeah, now we have a database that has so many tables. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tables. And if you notice, read only is standing on its own. It's not related to anybody. There's no arrow connecting it from one to another. But now we have address, incident, customer, service level, product, customer, product. Now, I want to assume that customer is the base. So let's assume this is like an e-commerce database. So there's customer. And customer, they decided to expand customer and expand the person's address. So instead of just having, so you remember that this is like an offshoot of what I had explained in the previous slide. The address here, the address ID in customer database is just an integer. So let's just say just take number 20. For those of us that are Nigerians, that you know our house addresses are labeled number 15, Dairelu Street, number 30, Kende Street, something like that. So yeah, it's just taking the number in front. It doesn't take the remaining alphabet. So now we want to know number 20 is very big. How can I can't type number 20 on Google Map and yeah, do you know how many number 20s are in Lagos? It will not talk of the entirety of Nigeria. So yeah, so they now break it down. Address, now create an address table where now address has its own individual ID, which is the primary key. Address now has city, state, and street. So now the number 20 in customer table, that is address ID, now has a continuation or an expansion of it as 20 I'm trying to think of address my Kende Street, Lagos State, so and so. But note, before you can add address ID here, you have to first have created this address table, because the primary key of address here is the what's the word? Sorry, is the foreign key of address ID in the customer table. Let me take that again so that it doesn't sound confusing. Now, anytime you want to reference a particular ID as a foreign key in another table, the primary table of where that ID is supposed to come from has to be created first. Makes sense, because you cannot pull something out for something that does not exist. So now we want to pick customer ID for address ID for a customer, you have to go to the address table, pick it, and say, okay, oh, to get the remaining details of blah 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 blah. Instead of us having to list out all the columns, you just pick the ID. You know that okay, when you want to change the address of this customer, just take this person's that ID to address table and figure the rest out. So, and this relationship helps to prevent or to avoid redundancy. So imagine I have address table already and I want to say all the information of my customer. And after listing all these things that relates to my customer, I still write, oh, the address, the city, the state. Now you see I have it repeated in 2 places now. On the long run, it's not good because when you start having them in large format, let's say you're having to record for 10,000 or 50,000, as no matter how scalable, there are people that haven't have 100,000 customers. Imagine having to do that for 100,000 customers. When your data professionals want to now work with your data, it lags the time they use to pull data from the database. It lags the time, it consumes space and all these things. So this is why you create all these things to prevent all this redundancy. So we go to customer. Customer has his own primary key ID, then it has account number. Account number is just a column, it's not a primary key, it's not a foreign key, it's just a. Then it has address ID. I already explained that. Date created, the name of the customer, then the phone number and service level ID. Now you can see that there is a link between customer and address. This time you can see my screen. Okay, yeah, I can see it on my phone. Okay, so there is a link between incident and customer. Who can explain the link? Mr. Divine.
Sorry, can you come again?
I said somebody should explain the link between incident and customer.
Okay, can I go?
Sorry, who's speaking?
I thought you called Divine actually.
Oh, okay. Mr. Divine, all right. Sorry, I'm trying to type something, so I could not see what's speaking. Yes, sir, you can.
Okay, so there's a connection between the incident and the customer. So the customer table has the primary key, and then the incident table has the foreign key of the ID big int. So it's a one-to-many connection between both of them.
Okay, thank you. So we already know that the primary key is the customer ID. The foreign key is customer ID in incident table as a foreign key. So yeah, incident table records, let's say there was the goods. Let's assume that this is Temu. This is Temu's database, and I know that Temu has refund policy. Maybe what you ordered is not what you got, or maybe it's the goods got damaged in transit, and maybe upon delivery the good was damaged. So they have a table called incidents where, please, I'm not saying this Temu's database. I'm saying example. Sorry to say people have Temu database. It is not Temu database. So now say, okay, let's record the incident so that for every complaint that our customer comes to make, we record it on the incident table. But we have to create a relationship and know that, okay, when we record this incident belongs to who? Instead of start writing the name, the phone number, blah 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 blah, we just pick the customer ID. Sure, you see, it helps us to reduce redundancy. So instead of having to record incident and saying, oh, incident customer name Taiwo Akemi, customer phone number, customer email address, customer this, imagine having to repeat the entirety of all the customer details on incident table again when it's already existing on customer table. You get. So these are things that help to reduce redundancy on your database. So yeah, we've established the link between customer and incident, customer and address. So let's do customer and service level. So let's assume that they have priority for all the big men amongst you that maybe say go to golf clubs or go to, let's say, gym. No, let's use gym. Golf is a little bit high. Even myself, I've not been to a golf club, golf course before. So let's do gym that all of us know. Gym, gym has gym package. I remember last time I was trying to look for gym for myself. They have I think they had basic, they had gold, they had platinum, they had silver, and every level had what we had access to. So I want to assume that that is what this service level looks like. So, and the more your level, the more priority we attach to you as a customer. It's not being unfair. It's money that is speaking. So we now say, oh, service level, this person is on. So your service level gives us a priority check. So let's say we have an hierarchy of 4. Basic, gold, no, basic, silver, gold, and platinum. So in that level, from the least to the topmost. Basic, priority level 0. You have access to basic things from the word basic as your package implies. Let's go silver. Silver, you're a little bit better than basic. Maybe you have access to one or 2 other things. Then we'll go gold. So your access level unlocks more access. That's also what I'm saying. Your package level unlocks more access. So now let's not use that as priority check. Priority in service level now. Priority in service level goes 0, 1, 2, 3. So now 0 being basic, 1 being silver, 2 being gold, and 3 being platinum. So that way, when they see an order from any, let's assume that they are registered customers, when they see an order from any of these customers and they see the priority level attached to it, they know that if the order for a platinum customer comes, if I'm addressing the one that belongs to a basic customer, with all due respect, I'm going to pause on your order and prioritize this person, because on the other on the level of priority, this person comes first. Yes. So yeah, that's what is going on in priority level. So now, how do we know? My brother, money answers a lot of questions. So how do we know what customer are we attaching that priority level to? We link priority level. So we link customer to priority level. Who can tell me the link between customer and priority level? I was about to answer that question. Service level and customer. The brother that just came in, is that phone being? I think so.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. I want to. Do you have like a little bit of understanding of all the things I've been saying to join the class?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay, please, can you answer this question? Can you establish a relationship between customer and service level?
Okay, based on the explanation so far, the service level determine it, like you said, is the priority. I really got it from sorry, I'm on the road. I really got this from the priority level, though. You mentioned priority level being 0, 1, 2, 3, and that's ranking in
So this is me
basic.
that was just me giving like real life example. So people that have joined my class know that every time I try to explain, I try to want to relate it to like the everyday life, so that way I feel that you learn better when whatever you're saying, irrespective of what is being said, is not just abstract. It's something you can picture and imagine. That's why I use your typical gym subscription, and you see, do you understand? So it's not
Yes.
necessarily that that's what is happening here. It's just like a more English is hard. It's just like a reality check of what is. Don't laugh at me. It's just a reality check of okay. Let's link what is happening abstractly to what can happen in reality. So you don't have to use my priority check to do. Just explain the way you understand. There's no don't worry, you are not right or wrong. I just want to be sure that I'm not leaving you behind.
Sincerely, I'll still have to catch up on a good number of all this because I don't want to say something I'm not correct on right now.
No,
But
please,
if I'm
please
to
have the
base on
floor.
understanding, okay, if I'm to base on understanding the relationship between customer and service level, I would say that depends on each customer's level of or each customer's class, each customer's level, whether the customer is very important, less important, or just within the basic level of importance? That's what I can tell you specifically.
Okay. So let's take that again. I want to believe that I was not clear enough because you didn't give me a correct answer. But let's take that again. So now, what I was saying is, this is customer table and there's service level. Let's establish a relationship. What is the relationship between service level and customer? On customer table, you can see a service level ID that helps you link service level table. There is ID in service level as a primary key, but it is service level ID as a foreign key on customer table. Helps you to know that when you are going through the details, you know that this customer table is giving you the information about the customer, everything that belongs to them. So when I'm going through the details of a customer for a company that has priority level, you're able to say, oh, when you see this customer detail, this person is on priority 1 or priority 2. And what helps you to know that they already have a priority table defined. So what you just do is just pick the ID on that priority table and attach to it. So that's to say that on this priority table, there will be 4 entry. 4, just 4. That is going to be the ID. Like there will be 4 entry. There are 4 columns currently based on what, and there will be 4 rows based on my own definition because I have defined basic, silver, platinum, and gold. In that order, when you open service level, if you follow what I said, you only see 4 rows coming from basic, serial number 0, ID 0. You put the priority as 0. You go to version, whatever you want to put there. Name, you put basic. Priority, you put 0. Same thing goes for silver. Same thing goes for gold. Same thing goes for platinum. So we know that when we are registering, so we already established a service level table. So that's it. That before you create customer table, you must have created service level table first, because now service level table is like, let's say these are basic things that we want to. These are basic things that we are creating for our company. We are creating a company where it's a gym. Let me say it's a gym company. We know we have a gym company where we have 4 packages that gives our customer access to different things at different level according to their package. So we define what every package has access to. So now these are already set rules. We have a data for it already. Now I am a customer. Oriyomi comes to a popular gym to want to register, and they tell us, oh, hi madam, good day, we have basic, platinum, gold, and silver. What would you like to pay for? And I look at my pocket. I cannot do more than silver. Oh, they say, okay, to know what I am able to have access to anytime I come, they go to the service level and check silver. They get the ID for silver and they attach it to my information as service level ID. So anytime they are checking, they want to pull out my information. The moment they see the ID for silver, they already know. Or if they don't know, maybe they just want to check and they don't even know, oh, this ID, let's assume that it's not just 4. They have like 50 access levels. Now, they don't know what access ID number 39 is, but they know that I am ID number 39 according to what I have paid for. They pick ID number 39, take it to service level and check what is the corresponding value of ID number 39. And they see that, oh, okay, as this customer has service level ID 39, she is entitled to the silver package. Do you understand? So that is the relationship now. Is this better than what I had explained before?
Yes, thank you. I actually understand it clearer now. Sorry, I'm on the road, but I definitely understand clearer now. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. Okay, so that was what aside Mr. Fumbi, let's not be like this. Who else has questions before we move on? Oh my god, this is 7:14. I don't want to rush your class. God, I'm big. Okay, who has questions? Questions. A show of hands. . Okay, nobody. Moving on. Now, customer products. I already explained customer product. I'm not doing that again. I already explained incident. So I think I've gone through all this, and I think it should make sense. Moving on. Object-oriented database. This is more of when you want, if you want to understand object-oriented more, you will do OOP in Python. It is OOP is object-oriented programming. Am I teaching OOP? I don't know. But yeah, OOP is object-oriented programming, and this will make a lot of sense to you when you have done OOP. But let's just explain. I'm not teaching this database. I'm just going to explain. So object-oriented database is a type of database management system that stores data as objects, mirroring the way data is structured in object-oriented programming language. And it is written with Python. Characteristics of OOD includes object storage. It stores data as objects, which encapsulates both data, attributes, and behavior methods within a single unit. Another characteristic of OOD is complex data structure. It allows you to do so many complex things. Then object query language. Let me give you an example. In OOP, we call something, I don't know, for some of us, no, I don't want to say for some of us that have done it. Let's assume all of us have not done it. So OOP, we have a car. So I don't want to call it a car. I want to call it a vehicle. Now, a vehicle is a class. But under class, there are different types of vehicles. Under vehicles, there are cars, there are trailers, there are. I have to assume that all the generic name for all these things, all these means of transportation on the road, they shall have vehicle. Keke is a vehicle, Abi. Because for people that understand English, am I correct? Okay, so let's say all the means of transportation on the road are vehicles. So we have cars, we have tricycle. Let me not be a local girl, it's not keke, it's tricycle. We have tricycles, we have trailers, we have buses, exactly. Now we now create attributes and method for them. Attributes are characteristics. These are things that OOP helps you to define. So there's a generic class. Let's start of those vehicles. You now pick class. You could define a lot of class. So let's say the mother class is vehicle. Under mother class, you have children class. Children class being all the other types of the sub vehicles that are listed. They are your children class. They have a direct relationship with class. Now, we now define the attributes of class vehicle. What are the attributes of vehicles? Somebody should list like 5 for me. Vehicles so when I say attributes of vehicles, you know that whatever you're saying is common to all these other things that I've mentioned. Attributes of vehicles. One person. We're watching it against time. Exhaust pipe, 1.
Fuel engine,
okay.
fuel, the handle, the tire, the door.
I pass.
Okay, thank you. So I have tires. Not all vehicles have those. Keke don't have those. Yes, I don't want toxic keke no get those. Yeah, kekes don't have those, but they are vehicles. So I said I wanted something that is common to all of them. So let me now list my own. The things I think I know that are common. I'm not a car person, but yeah, figure it out. They have engines, first thing first. They have steering. I don't know what they call that on that keke. You share steering something. Steering is not a wheel in keke. It share steering. So they just call it steering. They have steerings that controls the vehicle. They have fuel tank. Now some people are using electric. Everything share tank that is taking something, whether it is no, let's not do electric, you cannot store electric in the tank. Let's talk about those that use gas vehicles and those that use fuel or diesel. The share tank that stores whatever is using to power that what's the word, vehicle. Now, mention three things. There is a windshield. That's what they call that thing that is in front, that's to block. Sorry, I don't know. Yes, okay. There's a windshield. Keke has windshield. Yes, Keke has all other vehicles too. They have. What else? I said 5. One more. There is mirror, side mirror. Everybody has side mirror. 5. Now, these are attributes common to vehicles. So that's to say that you know that there are different kinds of vehicles. Keke is not Lamborghini, but they are vehicles. Toyota Camry is not GLE, but they are vehicles. What else? Honda is not G-Wagon, but they are vehicles. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. They are different vehicles that they have their own peculiar attributes, but they're just basic things that, irrespective of apologies, me when it talks, if I don't even get that, sorry. There is there is a general, irrespective of how you want to build it, whether you want to build it for the millionaires or you want to build it for the people that God is helping, there are basic things that must be inside the vehicle that you cannot take out. Whether not G-Wagon, whether GLE, whether Toyota, whatever, all of them have an engine. It's not witchcraft that is powering it. They all have an engine. They all have windshield. They should have all these things that I've mentioned. Do you understand? So these are basic attributes for the class vehicle. Now, we now create methods. Methods are things that can be done to each of the that I'm done to the class. So you could create methods for each of the class. You can, so the mother class is vehicle, then we have children class. You could create for them, but you could also have a generic method for the entire class because they're all wrapped up in each other. You are defining functions. When you see them, you see what they look like. I don't have any OOP written out. I would have shown you an example. So you see the way their functions defined. There are functions in functions, but they call them class. So you define the class and the methods and everything. So now you see what I have on my screen. I have refuel with parentheses. That's a function. A function most likely comes as define def, then you put in whatever variable, then you put parentheses in front. That's how you define a function. Don't worry, we'll do that in Python. So now, what does method refuel do? Method refuel tells us go to the filling station and get fuel. That's what method refuel does. Everybody, every type of the vehicle needs fuel. All of us have established that. Don't worry, forget about those people that are using electrical. Sure, let's talk about those ones that use the normal diesel and petrol that we know. Set speed. Every car moves at a certain speed that you have to set. You set the speed to so and so. They say now 30 meters per hour, 100 meters per hour, 120 meters per hour, whatever per hour that you are driving. You shall set the speed. Get speed. You can get what speed it is moving at. Drive. Every vehicle will drive. If it's not driving, it is a toy. Even toy itself, there are some rich gentry that they used to drive. Every vehicle should move from one point to the other. So that's another method. So methods are things that you so by the fact that a vehicle is not moving or you are not driving it does not change the fact that it is a vehicle. There are vehicles that are packed down. When you see them, even though they look like iron condemn, you will still call them cars. Oh, that car looks bad. The fact that it's parked in a position and is not moving, it does not change its original attributes from what it is because it is not doing something. So attributes are, attributes are inbuilt for humans. Let's use humans now. Let me know use scatter. Humans, you have eyes. You have eyes. So you can see, you can eat, you can talk, you can do whatever you want to do. Method, you can I'm using my example is hard. Please let's just car back and do that. Say this man no one jet from my brain. Let's just car, please. Moving on. So the fact that a car is not driving does not mean method you can shout, thank you. So the fact that I am not shouting does not mean that I am not a human being. Some people can sing, me, I cannot sing. So the fact that somebody has a sonorous voice and can sing at 8 octave high or whatever they used to call it, and me, I am combining 5 notes in one, does not change the fact that we are both humans. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So there are basic things that are attributes. Attributes are whether anything happens or not, this is what it is. But there are now methods that somebody can you as one human being now, you have GLE. Me as one human being, I'm using my leg. Does it change the fact that I am human and you are human? No. Do you understand? So these are things that, sorry, I'm taking out my video. I've lost power in this place. It should be in the slide back. If people do not see me again, just so that my system has said goodbye, hopefully they'll turn on the gym. So, so like I said, there are basic things that are still basic, irrespective of whatever is being added to it. Moving on. Sorry, 1 second. There's less than why is this light off? Please, can you I beg for your pardon, just give me like 1 minute. Let me find out why there's no power in this office, so that my system does not go off. So you see me in the next 4 minutes, please. Hello, I think I'm back. All right. Sorry for that. They already turned off the gym. The first one was in the office again. Chase, you people, I'm the only one left in this compound. But yeah, let's wrap up. So yeah, I've already explained this. I want to believe that this is clear. This whole explanation I've been doing on class attributes and methods. I need 2 people to validate that for me. Okay, 1, 2. Thank you. Moving on.
Yes, Mike. Yeah.
Thank you. Moving on. Graph database. This type of database uses graph structure of nodes, edges, and properties to represent and store data, focusing on relationship between entities. You go and research on this one, because my time is fast spent. Hey, and I wanted to create database. Sure, we will not create a data business to like this. Okay. All right. Cloud database. This is a type of database that is stored and accessed over the internet, hosted on a cloud computing platform instead on a local server. Meaning that you don't have it on a local server, you have it hosted. There's some, I think Azure or something has it. There's some very few paid platforms that helps you host your database on their cloud if you have the money. So yeah, what is advantage of cloud database? Accessibility, scalability, speed, reduce cost. That reduce cost, it's a very debatable to know. Reducing cost, Amazon Web Service, okay. Reducing cost is relative to people. So reducing cost in this scenario, it means that you don't need hardware to store, because if it was on a local machine, you need space to store, you understand, data. But it does not mean that you will not pay for cloud systems that we are using. Cloud systems are not free. They are paid for. So yeah, it reduces cost, depending on what cost means to you, it reduces cost. But that's, for me, it's debatable. Moving on. So this is what it should look like. Set up, configure, optimize, utilize, monitor. These are things you can do on a cloud database. Sorry, I'm moving so fast. I'm supposed to create a database this night, and this is already 7:31. I don't know if that's going to happen, and I don't think I can. I don't know if I can. No, I don't think I can take another class this week. What should we do?
How about on Sunday, man?
Hey, please leave my Sunday out of it.
I beg.
Please leave my Sunday out of it. That place is on Sunday, God, I beg. Hey, my Sunday is a busy day. Enjoy.
Let's try now. Can we still do it? No do assignment, I beg.
Oh, actually, you're supposed to have an assignment. I have assignment. So, but for people that have not built before now, so this is supposed to be your assignment. You're supposed to go and build a student's course enrollment system for me as a data scientist. Yes, yeah, I'm going to give you the assignment. I'm supposed to submit on Tuesday. But it would be unfair for me to give you assignment when I've not taught it. What do you think? Or do you want to make
recording? Like somebody say we can do recording on the group, and it's wonderful.
Do I want to do it? I think I already said in my mind I don't want to do recording for this week. I'm supposed to do it. Should I do recording? No.
I don't like
Nigerian
lectures.
Ma, you could do a screen recording of the what do you call it now, of the creation of a database, and just put it on the LMS. We watch it and do the assignment.
Okay, that works. Okay, so let's do something. Let's maximize the next 30 minutes. This is 7:33, so let's give it to 8:10. I want to leave this place by 8:10 or 8:20 max. But I should be done with it by 8:10. Let me see what I can do from now to 8:10. At least by 8:10, I should be able to create a database. Even if it's created, that will still do. Oh yeah, everybody, launch your PG admin. Yeah, let's go. I'm creating a database. Launch PG admin in your system. I'm going to give you next 2 minutes to do that. I know PG admin takes time to come up sometimes, but please, hopefully your system is not. Launch PG admin, everybody.
Sorry, what did you say we should launch?
Launch your Postgres, PG admin, whatever it is on your system.
Okay.
And those people that have installed it, you see why I said you should install before coming to class today. Please launch it. While we are launching, let's not waste our time. Now, we have a case study. And that's what we're using to create our database. It's you people that will tell me what and what to be in that database. I have it, so I have it here. But nope, I will not show you. You will tell me. This has to be a very interactive class. Because if it's not interactive, you will just be writing. You will not know what you are writing. So yeah. That's how we're going to go. Please, I want this one I'm calling. Please be interactive as possible. So, case study. So why should we do our case study for us? You are the ones that this is your class now.
All right. A public secondary school golden learner college wants to digitalize its record keeping process. Currently, all students, teachers, and class information is stored in Excel files and paper forms, making it difficult to track students' progress, attendance, and teacher performance.
Okay. Next slide.
The school's management decides to build a database system that can store, manage, and analyze academic and administrative information efficiently. You have been asked to design and implement this school's management database system using Project SQL.
Okay, so let me tell you. Most times, I don't know about other companies, but most times, nobody's going to come and ask you to design a database as a data scientist. This is data engineering level. So this is me teaching you what I paid 500,000 to learn. But yeah. Okay. So building database is a data engineering. Like it's one of the basic things that data engineers do. To build database, create pipelines, blah 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 blah. But let's say that's why I don't want to record this class, because no, it is not under your curriculum. It's not what you should be learning. You should just be learning crude function. You're learning select from where, that's what you should be learning. But yeah, we are here creating database. So let's go. Now, I need you to tell me what are the things, the tables you think that we should create. I'm waiting. No, please, open a Microsoft Word document by your side, like minimize your screen side by side. One is showing your PG admin and a Microsoft document, so that when you have a guide, I want you to create like a guide for yourself. So when you want to do your own, there'll be, you know, understand how to structure what's the English? How to structure your own database for assignment. Because whatever makes me finish this night, you will do assignment. If always be that same assignment, you will do assignment in Jesus' name. You know that I'm supposed to be giving you assignment every week. Some classes have, I think, project management, because I was talking to their instructor, they have done 2 assignments. They have not done 1. And because I felt like there was no point bombarding you with so much. Yeah, I believe that assignments can be dubbed. You can dub it, you can use ChatGPT, you can do anything. So what's the point? Why not just learn and know it? Go. So yeah, but this one, if you finish this thing, you will do assignment. Sorry to bust your bubbles. So yeah, open a Word document and let's trash it. What are the columns you think? So no, what are the tables? We're on table level now. We're creating a database for Golden Learner. Database name Golden Learner, step 1. Now, what are the columns you think you need? So I want people to start dropping it in the comment sections, like right now. So when you are building a database, it's very important to have a framework of, so when you know what your company needs. So you have like a rough image in your head. So don't just use head knowledge and dive as I say, create, structure, database, first step, database, Golden Learner. I'm talking to my system as I'm talking to you. Tables we need from somebody's unmuted. I can hear myself. I don't think it's my phone. So if you're muted, can you mute yourself? Like it's distracting me. Can you hear me? Okay, I can't hear myself again. Okay, so tables. I'm already listing my own tables here. I hope my screen is still showing so that you would know what.
We can hear you.
Okay, so can you see my screen? You can see the database instruction. You need to create a database for a school. So now let's trash it.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me check my chat messages. Okay, now let's go. So now I need tables. So I'm already, no, this one I'm saying, Ngozi, you're already giving me table level. Sorry, yes, table level. But I need that you're already dissecting what one table should entail. I need tables. What are the tables you think this database should have? The way the other one was having customer incident address, blah 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 blah. What are the tables? Let's trash it out together. What are the tables you think that this database should have? First thing first, a school, Golden Learner College. I'm already answering this question for you people because this is me teaching. Wants to digitalize its record keeping process. Currently, all students, let's start from writing that. Students, 1, teacher, 2, class information is stored in Excel files and paper forms, making it difficult to track students' progress, attendance. So, what are we adding to students? Progress, attendance. So, we're creating another table for attendance. Attendance. Follow me. Just list it out on your own. Attendance. What else? Teacher performance. So on teacher, there is going to be performance. Okay. So what else? Next slide. Next slide says, please tell me that slide has changed. Okay. Next slide says, the school management decides to build a database that can store, manage, and analyze academic and administrative information effectively. Now, I've already listed out 4 tables: students, teachers, class, and attendance. Now, what are the things you think should be in the students' data table? First thing first, what's first thing a student's table should have? Call and response.
Student ID.
So because it is, so we are going to do constraints too along the line. When you tell me ID, what is this ID? A primary key or a foreign key? Somebody's answering you. Primary or foreign key?
Primary key.
Primary key.
Okay, we need ID. Next thing. What's the next thing that should be on the student table? Hope you are writing this thing you are saying on your Microsoft Word document.
Sorry, please, can you please in on the ID part?
So you said that should be what?
The ID part. I didn't really know what you said there.
I just asked. I said the ID on the student. So we're trying to. We've listed 4 tables that should be in the database. We said students, teacher, class, and attendance. So now we're in the student table. What's the first thing that should be on the student table? We all agreed ID. So the ID is what? A primary key, a foreign key. What is it?
It's a primary key.
The ID is a primary key.
Okay, so besides your ID, so now this is what I want to assume that you have. You have database typed out, Golden Learner, tables, students, 1. Then under tables, you have ID. Beside ID, you have primary key. Next thing, that's what you are doing now. So next, enter. Next thing you are typing in. So I'm helping you create a structure. So when you want to do my assignment, you understand that there is a structure. So a primary key, let me add something. A primary key is going to be a serial. Before you write primary key, it's going to be serial. Serial means it's going in ascending order. It does not repeat itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A primary key does not, you just adding constraint primary key does not automatically tell it to go in ascending order. But you know that for every entry, it is +1 of the previous one. So it's still +1. It is ID +1. If number 1 is what I entered now, when I'm going for number 2, it is ID 1 + 1. Do you understand? So it keeps building by 1. I don't know if that makes sense. So that's a serial. A serial goes in, what's the word? Ascending order. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, blah, blah, blah. If you have it as 0111, 0112, 0113, something like that. So it doesn't necessarily mean 1, 2, 3. I'm just saying that the ending number goes in a serial of ascending order. Does that make any sense? So when you define serial, the database knows that that is what you are doing. Make sense? Okay. Now,
Yes,
we're
ma'am.
going to, you see where I say this is where we get serious business. This is where a lot of people will be confused. What official choke? But don't worry, we'll figure it out. Okay. What's the next thing? We said ID. What else do you think a student table will need?
Student name.
Student's name. So we're calling it student underscore. When you're putting name, when you're creating a database, or even when you're writing in Python, when that space, don't put space, please. Always learn to use underscore. Underscore is the space we use when creating a database. So this is what it will look like. I'm copying and pasting to you. When you use space, in situations when you want to do some analysis, that space can become a problem because space can look like an empty value sometimes. So this is what is majorly used when you have to like space out two words, because student is a word and name is a word, and you're trying to use it in database and Python level. Use underscore. So underscore is your space. Do you understand? So your student's name should look like this. I've sent a message to the in chat message. This time you saw it. Fine, move on.
Yes, ma'am. How about people that write in camel case?
What do you say?
I said, how about people that write in camel case?
So SQL is not case sensitive. SQL is not case sensitive, meaning this written like this, this is the way me I write my own. I can as well do this when I'm doing my query and it goes. But if you try it in Python to show you an error, SQL is not case sensitive, but Python is case sensitive. Something as small as missing one word, but it's not case sensitive, but it is letter sensitive. If you're supposed to spell student and you go and do this, it is not ChatGPT that understands that you meant student. This is wrong. This is a different thing. That is not what I type now is not student name. It is not case sensitive, but it is letter sensitive. So if you miss a letter, it's not Google or ChatGPT that automatically knows that, oh, okay, you meant student. This one I did not know you meant anything. It's seeing it as what you call it. Do you understand? But in casing now, but you want to learn casing, irrespective of what language you're writing. Because when you eventually go to Python, it's whatever you are used to. So that you don't start fighting battles. So if you're doing all small casing, please, most times we're using capital letter for everything. Do small casing now, it likes stress. But if you want to stress yourself, I'm a very lazy person. Can do all small case or capital case or whatever. Just make it make sense. Please don't do this. Don't even do this. If I see your assignment and I'm seeing something like this, I will trash it because what the God's name is this? Don't even try to be funny. Don't do this. So I'm saying it as much as I say that it's not case sensitive. Don't do this with me. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. So yeah, if you want to do all case, if you think you can type in everything capital letter, congratulations. If you want to do small letter like myself, let's go. Student name, next thing on the agenda. What else? Student name. People are not, hey, hurry up.
Class.
Student age.
Age is what data type should be. Okay, now let's go back to student name. What data type should be in okay. So student's name is going to be a variant character. Now I'm going to give you a few things to go and research on because I'm supposed to make a video for these things. Now I'm saying the bad side of not making a video for you. Because I'm supposed to have explained to you what a variant character is. A varchar means variant character, meaning it can take anything. This is how varchar is spelled. It can take anything. Semicolon, no, colon, no. This is a varchar. So when you do varchar 20, you're trying to tell that particular colon that. So these are constraints. This colon take variant characters, but take only 20. So if your name is long and if your name is whose name, if you count your name and your name is more than 20 letters, including the spaces, it will throw an error because there's a predefined instruction that it should only take 20 characters. Space is a character. I don't know if it makes sense. So it takes 20 characters. So this is what your ID should look like. ID, this is what your ID code will look like. ID serial primary key. So this is what should be in your Microsoft Word. Then your student's name will look like this. So student's name varchar. That's the type. Let's give grace to all of us that have long African names. Let's say 40. So whatever you are typing, you must not pass 40 letters, including spaces. This is what your student's name look like. What is the meaning of varchar? Varchar means it can take comma or semicolon, or if semicolon is your name, if full stop is in your name, varying characters. It is not specific to taking numbers or letters. It takes varying characters. Varchar means, let me write it in this chat. Varchar means varying character. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Okay. So moving on, what's the next thing that a student's table will be needing? Age. We said age. So age should be what data type? So the way this constraint is working is that as you are writing the column name, you should be defining the data type that you want that column to accept. When you have something like that, it's in Excel. Hey, Jesus. I want to assume nobody knows, but in Excel, there's something they call data validation. Data validation, God bless you. Everybody that said int, thank you. Data validation gives set rules, instructions. This is what I want this to be. Integers, we say age is integer, meaning it takes only numbers from 0 to 9. Whatever age you are, you should have 0 to 9. You cannot be 11.5 years old. You cannot be 10.5. And in this age, you cannot write years old. It only take 25, 24, 23, 28, 30, 50. Do you understand? Okay. So age. What else? What else do you think a student's distinction have?
Class.
Class. Gender. Okay. Gender. So I would have said we should define gender to be Boolean, but no, let's not do that. Let's leave gender to as varying character. But the disadvantage of making gender varying character now is that you will not be able to hold what can be written there. So somebody can make mistakes. Instead of just writing, when it is a Boolean, when it's F or M, so you know that the person is doing a drop down F or M. But when it's varying character, person can write female and write female. You cannot control that. So these are things that happen that causes issues that you now have to start doing data cleaning. Because when you make filter on the, so we're going to use varying character so that these are things that will help you along the line. When you want to make a filter on gender, where gender is female, wherever they spelled female as female, that column is going to be out of it. It's going to be filtered out because it's not spelled correctly. So let's do varchar 6. 6, female is the longest word, 6. So it will not take more than 6, but it can take anything. So yeah. So these are things that causes and gives you reason for data clearing. What else? Somebody said something. Class. So class, we'll be using varchar 2 for class. Varchar, let's say, what is the varchar we shall use? Let's just say varchar 10. I don't know what they're writing in class, whatever they want to write in class. So what else do you think we need for students? What do you think is important again?
Email or phone number.
Students' email and phone number. Email would be varchar, but you can also set restriction to email to make sure it contains @ but that's advanced level. So let's just do varchar. Let's do varchar. Some people used to write long email, so let's just do varchar 40, the same way your name is. Just do varchar 40. Phone number is going to be integer. Phone number is going to be integer. Don't forget that when you're writing phone number, your space is underscore. Please don't forget that. So that's a very, very, very important piece of information. You can use space, so but in the long run, in the correct syntax way of writing code, it doesn't look good. So the point of a Python code is the Python code should be scalable, should be presentable, should be readable, and all these things. So when you're putting space, it doesn't make the word look like word. You don't read the code the way you read English language. I read your grammar. So when I see student underscore, hi, my meeting is about to end. Though. Am I supposed to create another meeting link? Because I'm seeing the
No,
notification
man, you're
on
not
this meeting.
supposed.
Okay.
No, you're not supposed.
Okay.
It won't.
Okay.
It won't end.
Okay, because I just got a notification now. So now we do phone underscore number. When you make it look independently like this now, on the long run, is not, it doesn't look good because it's not English. It's English, but it's not English the way you look at it. This makes it look more like a column name. So this is what your phone number should look like. So moving on. What else should you think? It said email, Abby. Oh, we already did email. So phone number is not going to be varchar. What should phone number be? Phone number is going to be integer. It's going to be integer. What else? And please be adding comma to all this things you're writing. Okay, we said student's name varchar 14. How come it's not on my screen? Then age integer, gender. Please, without this English I'm speaking, please hope you are launching your PG admin. Before come and say no, it's still launching, it has not launched. Hey. So now I want to do I'm trying to think of, I'm trying to do for a way to rank these students. I'm going to a way to rank the students. So we can call it rank. So rank will be a varchar. So now what we're going to do is here we'll be ranking a rank ID in students. We'll not have rank, we'll have rank ID. Now I will tell you how we'll address that. Rank ID is going to be an integer. Don't write rank, write rank ID. So before students in your database, go back and create another table, called rank. Rank is going to have ID, which is a serial primary key. It's going to have name, rank name. Oh yeah, how do you to rank students in school? I want to rank them from poorly performing, but I don't want to call it poorly performing. I want something that is more very simple and very sweet in the ear.
There could be A students,
okay.
B students, C students.
A students, B students, C students. Okay. So name is going to be varchar, and it's going to take 15 characters. So grade, there'll be grade in that, and grade is going to be I want to make grade integer, but is a range. That's why I cannot make it an integer. Okay. Because something, okay. Grade is going to be a varchar. Yeah, grade is going to be a varchar, and it's just going to be taking A, B, C, A and B and C. Then you have A, B, C, then you have F. This is A, B, C, varchar. So it's going to be varchar 5. Let's call it varchar 5. Please 1 second. Let's keep this one.
Hi, you're there. Okay, I'm sorry, you're me back. I wanted to ask, is she showing a demo? Because I'm only seeing the slides. I don't know if it's my network. I'm not
No,
seeing what.
I'm not showing a demo.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
saying what I expect you to. So you're supposed to have a Microsoft Word document open, and I'm
okay,
creating like a framework so that
okay.
you don't just, we know you want to create a database, but what is supposed to be in
Wait,
what table should you
okay.
have and what should be under your table. So it's like a framework. Mr. Luada, what do you mean by your how did you launch it?
So I clicked on it, I double clicked on it, and it's just showing this installing, and it's been taking a while.
So you did not install it to begin with.
Ah. But I have it already on my laptop,
Now,
though.
I think
Yeah, it's
when
downloaded.
he launched it seems he launched PostgreSQL. So if that is the case, launch PG admin 4.
Oh, PostgreSQL is like the installer package. So please go to your, what's the English? What's this thing that they used to call it? This is your search colon, I mean your search button or search area space that's in your system where you can type search beside your own button. Look for PG admin. PG admin. Yeah. I think it's like you're trying to launch it again. So this is what you want to look for. PG admin, maybe PG admin 4. I think some people have that PG admin, some people have that PG admin 4. Okay. Okay. So where was I? Okay. I still building structure. Okay. So what else do you think that a student this thing should have?
Man, what about subject?
Okay. We'll still go to subjects. Okay, now. So subject is not going to be under student. Subject is going to be on its own. I'm going to create a table for subjects. Then we will now link subject to students. So now, subject now
Excuse me,
is going
ma.
to come. Yes, sir.
Please, I'm sorry. Well, for the rank, is the rank under students?
Yes, but it's not going to be rank. It's going to be rank ID. It's going to be a
Okay,
foreign key.
under students.
Yes, it's going to be a foreign key under students, but there's going to be a primary key rank under rank table.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So
Sorry, please, I have a
subject.
question.
Yes, sir.
So the rank ID is before the grade, right?
So rank under rank ID is rank is, I already told you that when you go to your Microsoft Word, before students, press enter, then go above it, above students, and create rank. So that's to tell you that. So this is going to be arranged the way you're supposed to create your database. What is coming before what? There's a reason why I didn't allow you to go under students, because you need rank ID to come and be a foreign key student. So that table has to come first in the order of creation. So now in rank as a table, it is a primary key. Then you have name. I'm still speculating this rank table. I'm not satisfied with what I have. So I have ID, I have name. So that name, I'm trying to think of what is going to be there. Okay. I have name and I have grade. Okay. Let's just work with that. Okay. What else do we think is going to be that's necessary for when you are spelling?
Sorry, please, just for sake of clarity. So grade is under rank ID, right?
Grade is under rank table. Let me show you what I have. Let's do this. Let's save ourselves time. So
why not share your workflow, your worksheet, so that it will be easier?
No, I want you to do it too. So that when you want to do your own, you do it by yourself. If I share my work, you are doing copy and paste. Then there's no point in me explaining. So let's do this. I create the workflow. I do explain. Let's do that. It makes everything easy for me.
Okay, yeah, something like that.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Just the work frame. I'm not saying you should I don't need your work. Just the work frame so that it will be easier for everybody to know.
So if I create the work frame,
currently like
all these ones I'm explaining one after the other. All this one I'm
Or
saying
should,
one after the other.
okay,
You
or
will
should we
not
go
get
and do our own? Because our own will not tally with your own.
Yes, that's it.
so I am doing. It's like you don't. Okay, it's like this method is not working for you. Okay. So the idea
Can you
of
just
this.
show? Hello, man.
1 second. 1 second. 1 second.
Okay, okay, man.
The idea of this framework that we are doing together is to help you understand how to build when creating a database. You're able to have, so this is like a logic and thought process. You know you want to create a database, but what do you want to put in it? There are times you can miss out information. So the idea of doing this is to say, okay, we know that these are things that we need. So when you want to go and do your assignment, you can follow the same thinking pattern. I'm not saying you're using the same things. You're just using the same thinking pattern to go through it and know that because there's some things I expect to see when you're creating every table, and there's some relationship I expect to see when you're linking every table to whatever you want to link them to. And there's some columns that should exist in a table. But if you don't know how to properly create a logic and create a framework, what do you want to do? That's the idea of what is going on here. And at every point, if I give you, okay, now let's do something. I want to do something. It's because I've explained a lot of things. I'm going to try to, okay. I'm going to copy one something very different to make you understand that. 1 second. To make you understand the reason why I am doing this. Copy something. I think I created one complex database one time. Not complex, but like, yeah, it's not just as basic as this. Maybe 45. So I'm going to send that framework the way the code is. I will copy it and I'll send it to you. In fact, that will be your assignment. You go and create it. When you create it, you will now give me a detailed explanation as to what you have done. What's this? What is this? Jesus Christ, where is this file? Ha. So whose head is already shining that she will not see it. I will see it. I will see it. I will look for it and I will find it. You would not do that. SQ. Okay. Okay. 1 second. Aha. Okay. So I'm not going to copy everything. I'll just pick like 4 or 5 or 5 or 5 or 5. Okay. So this framework gives you a database. This is even a code. It's not just a framework. So this framework that I'm creating is what you just translate to what you're supposed to have as the code here. But now this is a code and it's like a framework because all these things I'm defining one after the other, they're already defined halfway through. Which one of you can confidently explain this for me? So that I want you to see the adverse effect of copy and paste. Explain it. It's as simple as what you know. Because almost everything that is there, I've already started explaining it. So you should be able to grasp and understand what's there. It's not hard. So you explain. Somebody should volunteer. You should not keep quiet. Lie, Mr. Divine, no, I don't want to. You that have finished data science curriculum before. No, I don't want. I want someone that has not done it.
I'm a beginner. I beg.
Okay.
Please just
Yeah.
teach us. Just teach us.
Mr. Damilare. So I want to work with the teaching pattern that works for you. If you feel that having to define the framework together is a lot, then we will not define the framework, but you will go and do it. So this one now that I've sent you a table, I will delete message on. I'm pained. Even though I think I did not send everything. Yes, I did not send one very particular one. I will send you the case study. That's going to be your assignment. I'm not using the one I have. The one I have is simple. We'll change it. That's going to be your assignment. Yeah. So, all right, let's create. Oh yeah, no, everybody. Let's not waste time on.
Let's learn our beg. Just
Some people
let's
are
be
left
doing it
behind
small,
on.
small.
Please, what did Nigerian lecturers do to you? What did Nigerian lecturers do to
They
you?
will teach you A and tell you to go and look for the value of A to Z.
Bro, that's why we should just learn, I beg. May we learn, I beg, I beg. May we learn one learn.
It's okay. Do you know the funny thing? The funny thing is that what you have is actually simple. What do I have? I have create public authors. So public is like a schema on Postgres. Create table author where ID is serial and it's a primary key, where the full name is a voucher of 40 letters, but unique and not null, meaning that it is unique to every name is unique, but you cannot have a null values. You cannot have null, so you cannot the author's name cannot be empty. Then count of written books, it is integer and it cannot be empty. That's the meaning of not null. Then I go to another one. I have create book orders. I'm explaining the one I wrote now. And ID is serial number primary key. Then date order is date and it cannot be null. Book ID is a serial and it cannot be null. Book cost is integer and it cannot be null. Quantity is integer. Date supply is date. So this not null. These are constraints that I am adding to it. So you say it's from what I Jesus have mercy. It's not a lot. Don't think about it like that. Is it because I posted everything at the same time? So this is just one. This is I had this was one of my assignments in data engineering that I had to create a database for a company that's a book reading club or a book reading. Yes, that's what I did. So that's why I was sending to you. So now I have to understand structure, because if you see here now, when you go down, you see where I linked foreign keys to primary keys. When you create a structure, you know what is what should come before what, how to link it. Hence why I'm going to distress. If I want how to stop distress. Distress means I want to go. But hence why I'm going to distress. But if it is not a proper learning pattern for you, I'm here to serve you. Me, I'm at your service. If it's not a proper learning pattern for you, please let's come to a concession now before I know if I'll continue or I'll keep talking.
Please, let's go through the stress together, I beg.
Divine, why do you think it looks like jargons? It is formatted, it is properly structured. It's
No,
not jargons.
what I mean is that on Postgres, there's this interface it gives you, but here it's looking like we're doing web scraping.
Web scraping is harder, it's more jargons looking like this. Yeah, on Postgres, it gives you something more structured because of the interface. Yeah, but this is structured. Yeah, don't worry, it's not jargons.
Sorry, so my Postgres is saying PG admin server could not be contacted.
Wahala.
Can you send a screenshot on Slack?
Please, can you send a screenshot? Let's give 1 minute for that to happen. I just need to attend something like 1 minute. Please. Okay, I'm back on. Please, have someone helped Mr. Madam Nairot?
We haven't seen the screenshot on Slack yet.
Okay, Mr. Madam Nairot, kindly share your screenshot so that we know where we can come in. Okay, so what are we doing? Are we still doing the framework? Okay, so
Please, let's continue framework, please.
so we stopped at students. Okay, let me share my screen, because I think because I'm just saying it, I think that's where the problem is. Not necessarily because people don't understand, because I'm saying it from like just a word, it sounds like plenty jargons. So just wait, let me share my Microsoft Word document screen. Microsoft, okay. So this is what I want to have. I need to see my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. We can see your screen, ma'am.
Okay. So I see some people going and coming in this class. Maybe people are following it. Okay. So this way, you have rank. Look at it. Vata. These are the definitions. Integers. So this is what I want you to have. So this every paragraph like this represents a table and its corresponding columns. Do you understand? These are the ones we've defined. Up until rank ID. Forget the progress. I just typed it out. Do you understand? So this way, when you are carrying it, so this way I'm even writing the code for you. Because SQL is just English. When you are lifting it and you're taking it to Postgres SQL, you're not writing anything different because you've defined a framework. It's not looking confusing. You're not thinking of what am I linking to what. You have already done your linking here. This is just job made easy. But if you think that the first thing to start doing is to write some code, you will make mistake. You will not know how to establish proper relationship. Those are problems. Do you understand? So that's why I'm doing this. So I'm not trying to waste your time. I'm not trying to stress you out. I'm just trying to like make it easy for you. Because if you learn to start, for people that want to upskill, that may become maybe data engineers, yes, you have to be a data engineer. Most times data scientists don't do all this creation. But if for people that will upskill and become data engineers, if this is a pattern that you're used to, that you start designing a framework before you start writing your code, it's the same character can be translated to when you are writing Python code. You know what you want to do. You know your task in your mind. Why not just write down a procedure for it? Oh, I want to spool data. This is the aim. This is the objective. But okay, what do I need to do? It helps you to write because this is a logical task. It's logical. Data science is logical. You are thinking. So when you have it structured properly in your mind, to translate it to code will not be hard. Even when you are stuck, you have like an end goal in your mind that this is what I plan to achieve. Okay, what are the steps I'm supposed to take? What are the steps I am going to take to achieve this? Do you understand? Okay, so now we've defined students. Student, you said ID, student's name, age, gender, class, email, phone number, integer, rank ID, and progress. What else do you think we should do in students then before we move on from students? Because the moment we leave students, we are done with students. So what else do you think we should do in students? Should we do number of subjects offered? Something like that. I think we should do that. Number of subjects offered. Is that a answer? Someone is angry because I have my screen. Somebody say something. Scores is going to come not here. That would be so much. Scores might come maybe under students. Yes, scores might come under students. If that's what you want to do. Want to do scores under students. Yeah. So there's a way you see the way we define that. So once you do number of subjects offered, and it's going to be integer. And so Yeah, there are some constraints that I want us to add. Now, student's name cannot be null, so it's going to be not null. Age, so because this helps us to reduce the possibility of having null values in our data. Gender cannot be null, so you pick data that you know that's compulsory when you want to start doing. Somebody is unmuted. You're distracting me, please. Please mute yourself. Thank you. Phone number not null. Rank ID, you don't want it to be null. So this way we've eliminated the possibility of having a null value in any of these ones. So these are constraints. Constraints are sets of rules we've put in place. Okay, now we go to subjects. Now subject is going to come before students. Why? Subjects are predefined in the school. They are like, they already see the subject that the school offer is independent of the students that is in the school. So if a school has departments like arts, commercial, and whatever, the subject they offer in those departments is independent of whatever student or whoever student is coming. Do we all agree on that? Hence the reason why subjects will come before students. Makes sense. Okay. So what should we define? So the way we'll do it for subjects, that we will have to list out all the subjects that the school is offering. Then make foreign key for every I'm looking for the best thing to do. Instead of having to list out, see why thought pattern is important. Subjects. Now, we are going to say subject name. This is the best way to do it. I'm going to say subject name. Subject name is going to be a varchar of 40, and it's going to be unique. Subject name should not repeat itself, and it's not going to be null. You have ID. ID as a serial, and it's going to be a primary key. Okay. Subject name. What else? What else do you think subject should have? I think it's that or no. Subject should only have its ID and its subject name.
Yes, I think score too. What about score, mom?
And score now is now independent of score. Is every a lot of students are on that subject. I can score 10 and you score 50. So adding score to it is not going to work.
Okay.
Because it's not going to be unique on every role. But now we'll just have ID. English language ID is 1. Mathematics ID is 2. This one ID is 3. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. So now we'll now go to scoreboard. Let's do something like scoreboard. Now, scoreboard is going to come after students. Let me tell you why. So, scoreboard, I don't know why I'm calling it scoreboard. You can call it anything. No, I'm just because of it's just lack of a better word. Scoreboard is going to take primary key ID. Do you know that this primary key is not compulsory? In fact, this scoreboard will not have ID. We don't need ID. So once scoreboard to register, I think we want it to register score per student. I'm looking for how we're going to do that. To be able to register that, this student ID in English language scored 50, scored 80. Okay, yes. I'm thinking about it. Who wants to wait? Who wants to try? Who wants to try what you think scoreboard should have? When we are done with this framework, we're going home. We'll come and create it later because this is already 8:25. So who wants to try scoreboard?
Okay, naturally, while we're going to secondary school, then, if we've written a test, for instance, they used to paste our score on a notice board. So I think, is that not the same concept scoreboard should carry? The scoreboard should display the results of each subject that have been written per student. Is that
Okay.
not what it should be?
It can work, but now the issue I would now have with that is okay, every subject now is going to be an individual column. Do you know that?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It will not become too broad.
Okay, that's one of these why I wanted to do that before, but I was going to say that okay, would that not be too much?
It will make the work look so complex, so which is already too much for
Exactly.
my side.
Yeah.
Having
So
a
let's now,
scoreboard, it will make it look so complex
but
already.
we have to have a scoreboard. Something has to scoreboard is scoreboard. So what do you want to do? You see why you need to think. Everybody should think. We have to find a solution. Even myself, I don't know what to do, but once find a solution to it, what are you going to do is scoreboard? Because now the idea is to record and digitalize academic performance. So if you take out scoreboard, how do you tell the school that you're recording their student academic performance?
We actually cannot do without scoreboard.
Exactly. So now let's make
It's gonna
scoreboard
make it.
work.
It's
Is
going
it
to make it.
possible?
So, but
Yeah.
I feel like we can do like maybe under the scoreboard we can do like average score, so that you are giving the school that this is an average score of each person instead of doing it one by one, something like that.
So the thing is, we need individual. So what happens when I come and meet you? It's not a good idea. Don't clap. Sorry.
No, average score won't work because average score will not depict the exact performance of the student.
Exactly.
Sorry, can I say something?
Yes,
Where
ma'am,
is it,
please.
Abi?
Okay, under the scoreboard, since it's supposed to show each student's score, why don't we just put student score and student grade?
So now it's not just
Score.
student score. It's
Yeah,
relative to subjects. Let's not forget that. So every
Okay.
student is not doing one subject. That's the. So now
Let's
these are the
be,
things we need.
I have something to say.
We
Oh.
need. Okay, sir, I can hear you.
Okay, what if we do it like GPA, like the way GPA score sheets used to be?
You know,
Where,
before you get to GPA level, you have a spreadsheet. When I was in uni, there's always our spreadsheet where every of our course, our scores are listed out. So that is what scoreboard is supposed to do. So we have to make it such a way that scoreboard will not look messy and it will still depict the message you want to do. So first thing first, student ID is going to be a foreign key. Now you see where you have to think. You see,
No,
I
I wanted to say something. I wanted to say something. Like if we are not like doing like maybe you know that when you are using student ID, that means each student ID has like maybe like a total score or something like that. But like you don't want it like that. So we have to like create maybe subjects so that we can have the scoreboard in total so that everything we have to like go. But because if you don't want to have like under the let's say subjects, you don't want to have a total subject. I think under the scoreboard, we should just have like a specific number for each student, making the work easier for us. Or if not, we add the whole subject, then we now go with the scoreboard, making it more okay.
So, so now another another problem with that particular solution is that we need, let me tell you what we need, so that maybe to help the thinking process. We need to show all the students existing in the school and their respective scores, then average score per student, then total score per student, then divide it. You know, they used to do report card when we were in secondary school. This is they used to do. They tell you this is the person's average result. So average, let me say you are offering 13 subjects, over 100 and they do a sum total of 13. That's 1,300. They now sum all the things you got over 100. They now do average for you. Yes. So we're going to have average score per student. We're going to have all the subject ID. So now the reason why it's looking complex, let me help us out, is because you are imagining the subject as columns. No, let's not do it like that. This is why filter is very, very important. What we'll be doing is, I already wrote something. We'll reference student ID. We have called the student. Taiwo, come and sit down here. Let's look at all you have done in Golden Learners. We now come. We pick subjects. Subject ID is going to be a foreign key. Foreign key is, what am I calling? Subjects, Abby? Subjects. Foreign key. Subject ID is referencing references subjects. Subjects. There's S. What am I typing? Subjects. Then the ID. Abby. We go to scores. Scores is an integer. It cannot be null. What else? Now, do you know what this looks like? For every student, when they are registering it, you will see students. Let me write what it looks like for you. You have ID, student ID. This is This is what it should look like in your code. Student ID tab. Sorry. Subjects ID. So I'm trying to like imitate a table here. Then you have score. What do we have? We have 1. Then let's say the ID is 2. Then the score is 70. We have 2. The ID is 6. The score is 50. We have 5. The ID is 8. We have 95. We have 1 again. The ID is 4. He has 50. 59. We have 3. The ID is 2. The score is 30. We have 2. The ID is 8. And the score is 40. Now, do you know what I just did? Who can make sense of it? This is what your table will look like, based on what I've written in based on what I've written here. It looks like jargon Sabi now. Let me explain.
No, let me
Student
try.
ID. Okay, please try. Yes, please try.
Okay, so this is a table whereby we have student ID, we have the student, the subject ID, and the score. Let's say, for example, the subject ID 2 is mathematics, and you go down again, you can still see another student with a subject ID of like 3, which is English language. So you're trying to like create a database where you store their IDs and their subjects. Then later you can do like a group by function and calculate the total or something like that.
Oh, you're darling. Thank you. That's what we are doing. Yes, that's what we are doing. Clap for yourself. Yes. So what happens here is if you can use a filter. Now, notice the student ID. 1 is repeated twice. Meaning, let's say 1 is Toby. 1 is Toby. This is not what it will look like on your database, but just like you only have the numbers. 2 is James. No mind business. 3 is 5 is Isaiah. 1 again. Don't forget, 1 is Toby's ID. 3, let's say, is Taiwo. 2, don't forget, we already defined 2. 2 is James' ID. It cannot belong to another person. So, subject 2 is English. 6 is Igbo language. 8 is civic education. Just mind me, I don't want to type. 4 is mathematics. 2, don't forget, is English. Then 8, back again, is civic education. Do you see have you seen what has happened here now? Now, I have a representation of Toby twice. So I'm saying if Toby decides to do 10 subjects, Toby will be repeated in this table 10 times. Only Toby's ID will be repeated 10 times, but the subject ID corresponding to Toby will be different for 10 scenarios. This course can be whatever. So when I want to look for Toby, what do? I select whatever, I write my query, select where, this is now what filters and gives me Toby, where student ID is equals to 1. That way, the only data I will see is Toby. I will now see Toby English, Toby Yoruba, Toby Maths, Toby Civic, Toby. Do you get? So you see that it makes it less messier. Exactly. So now imagine we had to do Yoruba. Now imagine this was the solution everybody was preferring before. So imagine we had to do Yoruba. Sorry, we now do Maths. We now do English. We now do Civic. We now do we now do accounting. We now keep listing it until we keep listing all the subjects that the school is offering. We'll now come here. We'll now make the primary key. I think this is another thing that can work, but you see how messy it looks. You now make the primary key student ID. So you can reference a foreign key and come back and make it a primary key in another distance. Imagine we now say student ID. We will list all the students. So let's say we'll do 1, 2, 3. Sorry, no student ID should be 3, 4, whatever way. It doesn't have to be accordingly. It's any way you record it. It's only on its table that it can be accorded. It can be like this 5, 6, like because you are because the entry can be anyhow. But on its own primary table, student ID has to be arranged accordingly. And now come and start inputting their score one after the other. Yeah, what does it help you to? It helps you to see one person on a roll, Abby. But do you know how many? Let's assume science students are doing 15 subjects, art students are doing 15 subjects, commercial students are doing 15 subjects. In fact, some people do more than. And I list all the students. Let's say you have 500 students, and I list all the students. You know that let's assume art students are not doing accounting. For every 5 where you have an iteration for an student, this is going to be 0. So what do you think looks better? Where you can just do this and filter and say, when you filter for all Toby, you see all of Toby, or you just do this. Which one do you think is more scalable and on the long run looks better? George, anyhow you want to, database creation is however way it looks good to you. So you as a person, between these 2 samples, which one do you think is better? Which one would you prefer? And it will make sense that you can just come and just filter and say, where student's ID is this, and just displace this person's ID like this. Or you just see it go, that you have to start checking. You know that we're not going to arrange it according to departments. Imagine having like 4 or 5 commercial courses in this video, and this person is a science student. So for all these 5 now, you see 0. So you go and see maybe a science course. Then you now go and see another commercial course. Do you get? So before you can check for his own score, you have to start looking for things in between, the ones where they are 0, the ones that the student does not offer that subject. But here now, you're not concerned that the student, you have an entry where the student does not offer the subject. You know that when you are filtered for this student's ID, all the things that will come out are the subjects that this student is offering and its corresponding score. Have you seen two different thought patterns now? Doesn't mean the other one is wrong, go. It just depends on how you want your. The other one is wrong because on the long run, it doesn't look good. And scalability is not. But if you are starting out, you can think of that one and go and use it. But when you come back like 2 years later, come and look at the database you created, you'll be like, no, I did not do this. Because what's in nonsense name is this? Do you understand? So do you understand? These are when you are doing all these things, it's thought pattern. So exactly. So now you now be having plenty. In fact, if you use this first one, your data cleaning will choke because there's going to be a point where Yoruba will be 0 for this person because the person does it. Can come and be because it's on words, everything is getting scattered. I don't like the way this is okay. It can come and be 5 for the next person and be 7 for that person and be 0. Like it looks messy. It's just a lot. I don't know. I mean, any person that looks at it like it's messy. It's really, really messy. It doesn't look nice. So that's why we will do this. So you see why it is important to have a framework. Now, instead of you to go to your code and be thinking about all this mathematics, you're already doing it. You're already seeing what can work and what cannot work, or what should work and what should not work, and what looks nice and what does not look nice. Yeah, that's what we have. So who has any contrary opinion about what we have on scoreboard? Who has contrary opinion? I'm open to ideas. Contrary opinion. Nobody. So now let's add one more thing. We can add teachers ID. Yes, teacher's ID. Teacher, voila, English. Teacher ID is going to be a foreign key. Sure, you know that we have not defined teachers up there. But it's not that it struck my head that when you want to check how well the subject of a teacher is performing, you can come to the student's scoreboard and check. Okay.
Hello, is it just me?
Hello.
It's not only
No,
you,
it's not just
Daddy.
you.
Maybe I'm now.
I'm
You
of
got
fear.
Daddy, no fear.
Maybe
Okay. Hello. My Wi-Fi went off, and I'm trying to reconnect my phone to it. I'm here. Don't worry. We'll soon be leaving here very soon. My Wi-Fi just went off, so I'm trying to reconnect. MTN is trying to play with me. But yeah, okay. On this note, I think I want to call it a wrap. Please, can you hear me? I'm using another account.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
we
sir.
can hear you.
Okay, so what you're going to do for me is you're going to finish this up. You're going to think about it and create tables, like complete this framework. So that's going to be assignment to be submitted. Let me type it before you say you did not see it though. Assignments. Hey, I did not hear. Oh. Is someone saying something?
Yeah. Can
Yeah,
you hear me
can you
now?
hear me now?
Yes, sir. What did you say, sir?
I said, before we get to media,
No. We are going to do. I think this other one is connecting. 1 second, please. I'm trying to connect my laptop. Okay. for the noise. My phone and my laptop are fighting each other. So you are going to, what was I saying? Assignment. Okay. Because I said we finish this like 10 o'clock by here. We are already forming the habit. Sure, I told you that when we start coding, we'll be staying longer than 2 hours. And I was supposed to be staying 2 hours. This is not fair. Oh my God. Last week we stayed till 9. This week we're almost saying yes to 9. Can you imagine? Holy Ghost fire. Wow. Hey, no more. The reality is just setting in. She will not be doing 2 times a week to catch up. Well, no, let me not be promises that I cannot keep up. So before somebody come and hold me, that I said we'll be doing 2 times a week. No, I'm doing once a week. So assignments. Okay. Complete the database creation framework using the case study to be submitted on Monday. What's Monday's date? 3rd of, is that 3rd? Yeah, 3rd November. Please, as I'm writing, somebody should copy this thing and post it on Slack. Assignment, complete, see you expect assignments. Wow. Complete the database creation framework using the case study to be submitted on Monday, 3rd of November 2025. I'm already trying 2026. Time. I want to see it by 10 p.m. West African time. So I'm going to send you, as the top that me, I'm the creator. I'm going to send you, please just stay on this call. I'll not, please just stay. You started already, please just stay on this call. Because let's just what we want to do now. I'm going to send you a Google form, what is a Google Doc? Google form link now. Yes, that's what I'm trying to address. I'm going to send you a Google form link. Okay, I think I don't want to hold you because I've not. Okay. But wait, before I start speaking plenty English, to be sure that I will not see plenty zeros. Who thinks that they don't understand this assignment? They don't understand what we have done this time. That it looks like magic. Raise a show of hands. Show of hands. So I want to entertain question in the next 4 minutes. Show of hands that feels that I've done abracadabra. Show of hands. Show of hands. I've seen questions in the chat box. Okay, what am I saying? Jamake. Hey, you have not started code. Girl is baby. I could not do that. SQL is one of the simplest programming language. In fact, it's not one. It is the simplest. I'm not joking. Or at least for data, SQL is simple. What am I right Python? I understand what is SQL.
Hello, ma.
Yes, sir.
Hope it's just the framework. We're not inserting values. Let me ask you.
Oh no, you're not inserting values. If you are inserting values, then you're going to go and create database yourself. Actually, thank you. Okay. No, it's not going to just be framework. You are going to create it yourself. You're going to be sending me a Microsoft Word file, and you're going to be sending me a .SQL file. So yeah, that's what you're sending me. So you're going to complete the framework, and also, so I'll extend the time because of, so what somebody should, okay, let me copy this up. Somebody should copy that assignment. So I'm going to like write it together. So a separate message. Somebody should help me. My course chefs, please help me like join this assignment together and make this make sense. Just send it to them. So also create using the framework. Yeah. So using the framework, also create a database using the necessary constraints and explain in a Word document why you used the constraints you used, and establish proper relationship between your tables. Okay.
Ma, is this not too much for newbies?
You are not newbies, so if you are professionals, newbie bow. See big men and women. Which kind of newbies? If you are not newbies, so it's not hard though. Hey.
Ma, we don't know how to crack bone yet, too. We are still
Well,
eating milk.
let me do framework. Ma, let's do just the framework. Then
Man,
maybe next class.
let's just do the framework, please. Because all this
Please,
is
let's do the framework. Maybe next
what
class. We will
about
not do, we will not insert values.
Voila.
Ma,
Because
Mr.
many
ma,
people
Divine,
say don't know how to insert the
sorry.
values.
Marvin,
No, but you're not inserting value. I just want you to create the tables. Don't worry, you're not inserting values.
I want to
Okay,
say
we should just
something.
create tables.
Yes, don't
Like
worry,
the
don't insert
example you
values.
gave us, right?
Ma, what did you say?
I said it will look like the example you used in teaching us, right?
Yes, but you're going to add other things. So this is what you have. Let me show you something. Wait 1 second. I want to tell you what you are going to have. Sorry. So the reason I'm supposed to finish this framework, but I'm looking at it that it's getting late. See, people have had a long day. I mean, if I want to go home, I'm not at home. If I was at home now, we can run this to 10 p.m. I don't mind. But I'm not at home and I'm still going to transport myself. And nope, I don't want to stay out so late. Hold on 1 second. Please, I know somebody's raising their hands. Please. 1 second. I just want to. You want to attend to that now? I'll get distracted and I'll not focus. Okay. All right. Somebody should ask their question. Okay.
My own is not a question. Now them cause all these things because if you go on LinkedIn and see their profile, you see senior data scientists. So now them cause them.
They are big men now. Big men are women. No. I respect them. Okay. So at the end of the day, when you can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
It's supposed to be showing PG admin.
Yes, we can see
Exactly.
you.
Yes.
Yes. So this is what you have. So these are these are tables. But also, I think I want to tweak it a little bit. I'm coming.
Nigerian lecturers. Kai.
Which one is Nigerian lecturers like this now? I'm trying to look for this EDR. I can't remember where I used to use it for. Because I also add that to your assignment. Because your EDR would look like I go find them. They will say, hey, you people not use just for this net. You see that you people have not done assignments in over 3 weeks now. Nobody has even said, let's do assignment to all this class that we've been doing. Share will not do assignments. No. Thank EDR in PostgreSQL. 1 second though. Okay, found it. I don't submit side effect. Okay, so please follow what I'm doing on this screen. Follow. I will not explain. Follow. So I have different databases here. This is one. Now I just clicked on book body. You see this thing called EDR for database. I want to see your own too. Let me show you what it looks like. So you know that it's not hard. Wait, this thing is loading. It's to take time. So 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Giovanni. So this class was very interesting. Abi could not find
Yeah,
it interesting.
it was interesting with a little touch of violence.
Exactly. So you see what I was explaining since. So yeah, your EDR shows you the relationship between all your tables. So this book body, book body is that the query I sent to your class. Don't worry, I created this myself. So this book body, you cannot find it anywhere else. So don't try and go and look for it on ChatGPT. Let me write that. Now my code.
Except say no,
So
except say no, they on GitHub.
actually, it is on GitHub, but is it public? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think it's public. So this is these are the tables. There are 7 tables there. Chasing. There are 7 tables here. And on each table, you can see the respective relationship. When you come yourself, when you throw down each column, you see this constraint. You can even see the constraints are set on each column. So you see, I said for members information that email address has to have information. The full name has to be a primary key. It has to be, I think it's a foreign key or something. Yeah. The members info has to be a primary key. So yeah, I'm saying on all these tables, you can even see the constraints you had set. But here now, you can see that ID serial here is a primary key. See this key. Anytime you see this key, it's a primary key. Most times, yeah. It's primary key. So now you see that all my, how many tables? 7. It's not 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Yes, you can see the ones that have relationship. You can see the relationship between them. You can see how they are linking each other. So, okay. So for because it's expanding, you cannot see everything at once. So, people of God, guys, submitting 3 things to me. Where's our chat? Where's that? Wait, oh, okay.
Wallahi,
Yeah,
ma,
submit.
this last one I don't understand though. Like this last one now you did, like if I'm
Seriously.
lying, I don't understand this last
I'm just
one.
Like,
I'm just
waiting
it
they
looks like I'm
happen.
I should
watching
I
not
just
even
movie.
dey
lie
see
to
black
you.
code.
You see this last
I
one
go
now, I
enter
don't
black
understand
code.
anything.
Hey.
Why they see
Please,
black code?
let's
Why they
just do
see?
the framework
Let's
and
just do the
create the
framework,
tables
please.
and create the tables. Let's do
Ah,
framework and create tables. That should be our primary assignment. Then at least you should start.
Oh, we have a special video that can help us.
yes, exactly.
There's
Violence.
no
The SFP
video.
are
I
going
did
to
not
take
create.
it.
I did not do video for this lesson because it's not your curriculum. This is me teaching you what not concern you, but just want to teach you out of the goodness of my heart. It doesn't mean it doesn't concern you. You knowing it is a very wonderful
Yeah,
advantage.
you're
But I
supposed
don't
to
put
know
it in
it
the
now.
curriculum.
Yeah, we appreciate that, man. But
Let's do this.
Ma,
Hey, Mr. Agusa.
Ma, what if you create a Google form so that we, the attended, can send you our email? So you can send it to our email.
What am I saying? God, I beg. Mr. Divine and Mr. Angle, what's going on? What person should
Ma,
speak first? SARS.
I understand that you want to really allow us
Mr.
get
Agu, before
yeah.
you start talking, I know you have a very sweet tone. You used that thing last week. Don't use it today. It will not work. Let's put
Naibo.
that disclaimer outside. But I'm listening to
God, I
you.
beg, God, I beg.
I'm listening to you.
All
I'm
right.
listening to you, sir.
I can understand that because personally speaking, frankly speaking, for me, this is the first time I am seeing things like this happening, and it's
Are you
happening so
serious?
fast. So please, I want to plead, and I believe what I'm saying now is on everybody's mind and lips.
you're
Let us
not
do the
alone, no, my
framework.
brother. You're not alone.
You understand? Let's do the framework alone.
Hmm.
You know, when we have another class and you've done something like this with us, we promise we will do it for you. But for
Exactly.
now, Let's just do the
Ross, no,
framework.
Ma, you
Please.
never tell us how to create a table that you have to write, create, and do this thing. Then you are saying we should create a table.
Oga, I
I
don
want
dey
to
see files
I
for
want to
side of
do it
computer.
now.
Oh,
I've
Wait,
done
how
I've
the
done
framework.
framework.
how did those files at that side gather? How those files take gather there?
My brother, if
Like,
you ask, you are go ask.
I
But
mean,
ma, please, let's just do the framework. At least for this one, we will submit the framework for you. At least from what we've seen, we understand the framework. We understand how the framework is done. And I believe, in short, self, even when we are creating that framework, self, when we are doing for students and the teacher, we will still rack our brain to know the
exact.
exact keys to
See,
do.
God is
You
with you
understand? To know
there.
which one we would use our primary key and everything. But please, I understand. No, it's not even about comfort zone now, Odi. It's taking it step at a time. This is the first time we're having to see this. In the first time. In the very first time, please, man, let's do the framework.
This somebody Daddy said, how do you first think that for side? God, I beg. It's so hard. Oh Jesus, this man, it's so hard. Okay.
Ma, can I
Okay,
say
I
something?
surrender. Yes, Mr. Divine.
Okay, first off, this your EROD, they look like Figma prototype, but no offense. So,
So you know that I said that where's my this thing. You know, I said when I was explaining this relational database in class, when I started out, I said that what's wrong with this thing that's not expanding? I said that you see it in this is even wait, let me show you how complex these things can be. So this is like even a very, very basic ERD. So let me show you what ERD does. I'm coming. Can you see
okay,
my
Ma,
screen?
yes, I can see your screen. So, if I got you
No, something
correctly,
is supposed to be changing. I'm supposed to have something that is overlapping like a white, like an app or something.
no, we did not see it. So, Ma,
Yes,
also,
I can notice that
when
it's
you,
not changing on my phone too.
okay, when did you made mention of the ERD for submission, are we sending like a screenshot or what?
No, you can download it now. You download
Okay.
ERD now. It should be the space. See all these things now. There's a download button. Where is this? Yes, you can
Oh,
save. I think you can save. You can save ERD.
okay. Isu, my savior,
Make sure it's
we will run it
OG,
down.
let's leave ERD. Let's do framework and create tables for now, please. We are all
so
newbies. We
But
are just
no,
starting.
no, the thing is when you create tables, automatically it creates EROD if you do
so
your
it creates
modeling
Ma,
well.
ERDs.
you will see
Yes,
your
they're not.
views and other things, but nah.
Okay. Let me not cause trouble. All right. So this
Now
is
this
what you
part,
would do. If someone is saying something.
yes, now this part, Mr. Adeyemi, they like, but she been the beg now to join class. Oh, you will cry.
So this is what I am saying, that the same thing myself and Mr. DM was saying is that when you start, eh, when you start, it will be like film because it's not even going to be funny. Okay, this is a very complex ERG. This one is going to display on your screen now because it is something for a database in my company. So it has more information, more English, plenty tables, plenty linking, and this one now I don't do anything. I just right clicked and look for ERD for database. But okay, let's assume that you people think that it is complex, which is not. But okay, nobody's doing ERD. Let's leave ERD for next week. But
But don't worry, we take up the challenge. We want to leave our comfort zone.
it's that divine. These people will come and visit you in your house because if you like them, are only you. The way they are saying this, they will come and meet you at home. Me, I want to sleep in peace. So before they come and be knocking on my door in the midnight, it's me that give them work that to sleep. Okay. As much as I was supposed to consider that, but yeah, I don't want to stress you guys. But okay, complete my framework. Create the database. Don't insert anything because
You
you
are
might end
the
up deleting.
best.
Because you might end up deleting it because I'm still expecting some people to do rubbish. I want to see your Microsoft Word framework. Label it 1, 2. So for every referencing one or another, you will not please wait. Can you see?
It's
Kind of
breaking, like
breaking.
it's breaking. It's breaking.
Yes, I'm sorry. A call is coming in, so it keeps disconnecting.
Mm.
Yeah, I want to show you like a very complex. I was looking for example for complex. Please don't mind me that device. Don't up any database though. Hey. Don't database though. To shock you that all this thing you've just done updated database. Don't mess and I don't know explain this. Don't do database beg. So what should be doing is let's restructure this stuff. So this one that types that is distance. Constraints. They're creating people that in the constraints. Why you use the constraints? I want that's the reason I was saying you should use ERD. ERD helps me to see a graphical representation of all relationship.
It's
Fast
really
and I don't want to
breaking.
use it. Fine.
Man, we actually can't hear you.
Jesus Christ. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, we can
Yeah, I
hear you
think
now.
it's fair.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, somebody should please join these two write-ups together and summarize it better because I just explained English and don't drop it in Slack. Drop it on this chat. Let everybody on this call copy this message and send it. Don't send it on Slack. No, in fact, send it on Slack. I'm expecting to be wowed by people that are not in class. Send it on Slack. I want to see it on Slack. Who should I give that responsibility? I'm not giving anybody. Mr. Agua and Mr. Divine, figure it out. I've put you in charge. So yeah,
Okay.
that's the
So
assignment.
we feel the extra assignment generally.
Yeah, yes. Add it now. You'll be the one to submit it yourself. Don't
They
worry.
say this one will fire you come
You will
out.
do it and
Yeah,
submit it yourself.
hey, please. I don't think I want to form the habit of finishing class by 9. What is going on? Sure, will not be starting class by 5 o'clock like this. So that 5 to 7. People that's on their way. I mean, what do you think? No,
Yes, my 5 is better.
I know.
Hello, ma. I'm struggling to hear you. Like your network is breaking. Really struggling to hear you.
So sorry about that. But yeah, don't mind. There's nothing. I'm not saying anything very, very important. I'm going to send somebody should send me on Slack.
Yeah, I think they have already sent itself. Mr. Agu have sent it. Thanks to that man.
Okay, so somebody should tag me on Slack to remind me of your submission, your Google Form submission link, because I've not created it yet. I want to create it. So before close business tomorrow, send me a message so I can send it to you. I want to see my assignment on Tuesday. Please change the time. On Tuesday, before 6 p.m. No, Tuesday 6 p.m. Please change that time. Tuesday 6 p.m. African time. Yes, that's what I have. Tuesday 6 p.m. Tuesday 4th of November. I think today is 4th. Tuesday, 4th of November, 6 p.m. West African time. Somebody this that time because I added Monday. Except if I find my Monday, Monday, then let me see my time on Monday. But if not, see you on Tuesday. Have a wonderful night, everybody.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Divine, yes, sir, I can hear you.
Okay, I was thinking instead of the form, is it not better we create like a Google Classroom?
Yes, Dev Africa said they would have a Google Classroom. Thank you for reminding me. But I asked if I had assignments for you guys, but I didn't have one at that time. So, okay, so yeah, let's do this. I'm going to reach out to someone. Should still tag me and remind me that I'm to reach out to Isheolua tomorrow and ask him if they've created a Google Classroom. Funny, I don't even know how that Google Classroom works. I've never used it before, but yeah, we learn. So I don't know if maybe they're going to create it independently for each track. I don't know how that works yet. So but yeah, just someone should just tag me to remind me that I'm supposed to ask Mr. Sholu. I just say the Google Classroom, just whatever, anyway you want to create your message, just something to just drop my memory that I'm supposed to ask Sholu for our own link. Then we know how our submission is going to look like. Okay, so there's a create a Google if they are created a Google Classroom for us. Okay, this other device has gone off. My laptop is fighting its network. But yeah, I think I passed all the information across. Any question before I find my way out? Questions? Ma, the assignment is not clear. Ma, I want something. Please, can I have all the questions like right now? In like 2 minutes. I have just 2 minutes to attend to you. So I can pack up. No question. Please don't forget to help me send the assignment, change the time, submission time to 6 p.m. on Tuesday. And also 2 things down. Also remind me of asking Isheolua that if they are created our own, whether it's our own Google Classroom and everything. God bless you. But I want this reminder to happen before another one, let's say 4 p.m. or close of business tomorrow. Because as they have tagged me now, I will forget. Because I'm going home to go and shut down. So yeah, just do the same thing for me tomorrow. So while I'm doing other things, I'll remember to send you a message. Okay, thank you very much. Have a wonderful night, rest everybody, and good night. Bye.
All right, bye everyone. See you.
Good night, everyone. Make a go house.
I'm gonna make me to the go house. No worry, I will do your DM later.
I know, no wahala.
Gideon, you see the join? Shoot. Gideon.
Yeah, no problem.
Why are you rejoining? The class is over.
See, me and network we just dey fight. So everything
Child.
really it be like old cassette for my ear. It be like old cassette. 1 minute is saying ABC, the next minute I'm going, I don't dey see Roman numeral. Like wetin happen, wetin dey happen. I'm sick
Yeah.
of the trying to for my body, they pain you. Yeah, make I just wish I was.
Okay. Yeah. It's quite unfortunate that there is no recording problem.
So I just dey shake my head at what have I found myself in. What
It's okay. Sorry? All right. Bye. Bye, Oladokun. See you in class on Thursday.